Everybody, I'm back. This is my other project that I've been working on. A friend of mine had requested some painted mason jars, but she's not sure what color she wants to paint them. Something that she saw on Pinterest, of course, and I just wanted to make sure that it was something I could do. So I watched a couple of videos, a whole bunch of different videos, and this is what I came up with. I did 2 different sizes, because once I started on it, I really wanted to make some more. So, plus I'm impatient. I didn't have anything to, I didn't know what to do while I was waiting on the first one to dry, because you have to do a couple of coats. So, let me start with this one. This is I guess like a regular size mason jar. It's not the largest. There goes a plane. But it's like what you would get, I don't know, homemade. This is the 7.5 ounce jar, and this is the next size up. So I started by painting it with some acrylic paint by Apple Barrel, and this is ivory. And the first coat that went on, it says, all of the videos that I watched, and even the instructions on this says to wait an hour between applying a second coat. Well, I noticed that when I went to put on the second coat, it was taking the first one off. And I had waited a couple hours in between. I even hit it with my heat gun a little bit. So what I did was I stopped right then, and then when I mixed my paint with some matted Mod Podge and went over it like that, and it seemed to go on a lot easier that way. And it dried a little harder too, so I think it'll be a better finish. So yeah, I got all my coats of paint on there, and then I let it, the planes, they must be doing something at the Air Force Base. So I let it all dry, and then I took a sanding block. I got this at Hobby Lobby. This is, I think, medium fine. I was looking for extra fine, but they didn't have it. So I took my sanding block, and I just went over the letters. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see through the letters. And then just a couple of little places here and there, I hit it, just to give it kind of a little bit of a distressed look. And then I started adding my flowers. And so this flower right here, this big main one, is from Recollections. I only have one left. I got this a long time ago. And then this is a mixture of Wild Orchid Crafts and Recollections. This pink one is from Wild Orchid Crafts. It's that pink mist color I used on that previous video. Like I said earlier, my desk is a mess. So here is the product code for that at wildorchidcrafts.com. And then these 2 small ones are also from Wild Orchid Crafts. It's this blue and the brown tone. And then these 2 blue ones and this yellow right here are, Clarence, Ozzy, stop it. They are from Recollections, but I altered them. It's from this pack right here, and it's called Spring Blossoms. And they're like a kind of a minty green blue, but I went over it with the same color paint that I used on the other jar. And then this yellow one is from a Recollections pack. I got too many packages over here that I also got when I got that blue one a while back, and I went over it with the same color that I painted the jar. These leaves are also from Wild Orchid Crafts. This is the product for them, and I wanted to mute them down a little bit, so I went over it with the ivory. Whenever I was painting the jar, I painted a couple of leaves and then blotted them, so that they're still green, but they're kind of a minty green. And then this stick pin right here is from my stash. This was part of a stick pin swap that I was involved in about a year ago, I think. And so I didn't make this one. This is one I got in a swap. And then this is a leaf from Recollections. Clarence, stop it. I picked these up quite a while ago also, and I just took one of the white ones and I sprayed it with some of my Glimmer Mist, and I don't remember the color. I think it was like Key West or Baja Blue or something like that. And then this seam binding, I put the lid on, and I found that the lid always goes on the same way. I tested it, I put a piece of tape on it, and I tried screwing it on several different ways, and it always ended up the same way. So this ribbon, the seam binding, is glued on with some Liquitex. If I'm talking really loud, I'm sorry, I'm trying to, I don't know if you can hear the planes going over, so. I glued on the green, and then I glued the pink on top of it, and then just did like a double bow. And that is the first one. I also put some flat back pearls on the bottom. Clarence, stop it. He is eating a plastic bag. Let's see if I can find them in this mess. They are these large half-back pearls from Hobby Lobby, and they work really well for feet. One of the videos that I was watching was a Wild Orchid Craft design team video, and she had gotten some large flat-back pearls by accident and used them for feet, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's awesome, because if you paint the bottom of your jar, you run the risk of, sliding around and transferring paint on the stuff, even though it's supposed to be permanent, but you never know. So that is my first one. And then this one, stop, Ozzy. This one I painted in, this is called Key West, so I don't think that other thing is, that Glimmer Mist is called Key West. I don't know what color it was. So this is called Key West, and this is Apple Barrel. And I did the same thing. The first coat I'd put on just plain, and the second coat I mixed with Mod Podge. So same thing, I put my coats of paint on there, I dried it, went over with my sanding block and distressed it some. And then my flowers, this big yellow one is also from Michael's. I kept saying that these were Recollections, but I don't think they're so much Recollections, I think they're just from Michael's. So, this came from Michael's, and it was just one of the dark yellow flowers right here. Really? Ozzy? Stop it. This white flower and the pink flower, both from Wild Orchid Crafts, along with the little blue and this little beige one right here. I've already shown you those. The white one came from this one right here, and it's the mixed earth tone roses. And then this, of course, there's a couple more of these little leaves, and this is another leaf out of that packet from Recollections. So yeah, I guess that's the difference is, Recollections is from Michael's, where like the Paper Studio is from Hobby Lobby. So like this is Recollections, but this is just Michael's, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, and I did the same thing with the seam binding. I put on pink for the bottom layer and then this beige for the top layer and did a messy bow, and then I put some feet on there, and there you have it. And the seam binding is also from Wild Orchid Crafts. This is the pink. Ozzy, stop it. They're messing with stuff. It's like they know the camera's on. And then this is the greenish, the mint green color. And then this is the beige. So that, I think, is it. The only thing I don't like is it has like a weird smell to it. And I don't know if that's it. I could smell it before I mix the Mod Podge. So I don't know if it's the paint or what. But it has a kind of a weird smell. So anyway, yeah, those are my altered mason jars. Let me know what you think of them, and I appreciate any feedback. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. I most certainly am, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.